violent demonstrations met with water cannons. The message the most hardcore of protesters in Hamburg have for US President Donald Trump and other world leaders here is clear. Welcome to hell. I'm Reuters' Matt LaRotunda at this G20 summit. That welcome sign I just showed you is from an old theater called the Rota Flora. It's now a commune for anti-capitalists here in this city, and the members are going to be among 100,000 protesters beyond the layers of security at the conference hall behind me. Now, the vast majority of those completely peaceful, but authorities think that about 8,000, or 1 in 12, have the potential to enter clashes that could go well into the weekend. There's 20,000 police called up for this event, and if they can't keep control, it's going to be a huge loss of face for Chancellor Angela Merkel. That's because she could have chosen to hold this summit anywhere, a secluded resort, for example, where many similar events have taken place. But instead she chose here, the city of her birth, to send her own message to leaders like Trump, like Turkey's President Erdogan, like Vladimir Putin, and others she's butted head with. Freedom of speech and the right to protest is just fine in a confident democracy. A message that could get lost if the demonstrations see real violence. This sign hung right across the street from the exclusive hotel where she met Trump face to face. They said nothing to press during the brief moments cameras were allowed in, smiling. But make no mistake, on Trump's disregard for the Paris Climate Accord, on free trade, immigration, this won't be the easiest of summits.
Authorities in Hamburg are bracing themselves for violent protests on the eve of a two-day G20 summit. Thousands of anti-globalization demonstrators have descended on the northern German city ahead of the meeting. The city's police chief has expressed fears anarchists will attempt to carry out massive assaults during the event. G20 Welcome to Hell is the slogan activists have adopted for their protest. Around the world, life is hell for many people, and we wanted to express this, and we also wanted to express that we're not prepared to play along, and that we want to disturb the seamless process of this summit. Earlier this week, 5 people were hurt and several arrests made after clashes broke out between activists and security forces near the G20 venue. The Hamburg police, who have been criticised by some locals for their heavy-handed approach, used a fleet of high-tech water cannons to disperse the crowd.
Those were the scenes in Hamburg today as Antifa made its entrance to the city hosting the G20 summit. I want you to take a good, long look at them. Personally, I find these people to look more like a fascist black shirt goon squad gang, a bunch of violent ideologue hooligans. And I want you to keep in mind that these people call themselves the anti-fascists.
Mach die Scheiben.
Ein weißer Fleiker das ist, ne? Der Immobilien Honey.
Die können auch explodieren, die Dinger. Ruf doch mal die Feuerwehr. Ruf doch mal die Polizei und sag mal, das brennt hier in der Rheinwelt, was du die Autos in der Ecke.
Die Presse jetzt hier ganz genau anzuschauen. Die Polizei ist komplett außer Rand und Band. Die Leute einfach nur zu
Leute, passt aufeinander auf, seid solidarisch miteinander, achtet aufeinander. Die Polizei dreht hier völlig frei. Und wir fordern die Polizei nochmal, sich zurückzuziehen. Wir verletzen die Leute. Nochmal an die Polizei, das ist ein angemeldeter Lautsprecherwagen. Wir sind eine angemeldete Demonstration. Zieht euch hier zurück. Es gibt absolut keinen Grund, hier die Leute anzugreifen.
If you go to Germany's predominant left-wing paper Taz and search by the term Antifa, you will find nothing more but one article after another in praise of this organization and its actions. And if you want, you can go to the horse's mouth itself, indiemedia.org, an Antifa homepage and forum dedicated to organizing the various different groups. There you will find an appointment calendar of events that are targeted, and readers are encouraged to turn up and disrupt these. A page called Illegal, Legal, We Don't Give a Shit. Well, there is a phone number you as an Antifa member should call if you get arrested, with explicit warning that under no circumstances should you ever talk to the police. A map with places to sleep over if you and your rioting Antifa group need to take a longer trip to a place to stay and riot. Currently this map of Hamburg, interestingly enough, also includes the publicly funded theatre as a location for Antifa thugs to sleep, together with a section where people can post and brag about their own great political accomplishments, such as bragging about setting a police car on fire, bragging about the occupation of the city of Hamburg, which apparently has successfully started, bragging about setting an entire parking lot of cars ablaze in a, quote, comfortable living area in the name of class struggle. Keep in mind that posts like these specifically say that, yes, we did this to further our cause. Crowdfunding to rent a special train to get as many people as possible to riot in Hamburg. Posts bragging about vandalizing memorials and statues of historical figures. Posts bragging about setting fire to trucks belonging to businesses in the name of fighting capitalism. Bragging about vandalizing a bank in Austria. Posts bragging about vandalizing an office building. And even from across the Atlantic by now, a post bragging about vandalizing a Montreal restaurant because, quote, the meals were too expensive, so therefore it was only used by yuppies. This is not just some regressive bullshit publication about Marxist gender theory nonsense. No, this is a place where people come to organize, plan, carry out and then brag about serious criminal offences. Can you imagine the shitstorm if a site like this would be found by the media and it turned out to be some right-wing blog or Islamic site? As far as I know, sites like this would be immediately shut down if they were anything other than left-wing. This is, in essence, a more violent and vile version of the Daily Stormer for black-clad Marxist fascist thugs.